I want to ask you a little bit about COVID and the hearings on the Hill today, which you were part of. This is an exchange that you had with Dr. Fauci.
How could we possibly be jumping up and down and saying, oh, Governor Cuomo did a great job? He had the worst death rate in the world.
No, you misconstrued that, Senator, and you've done that repetitively in the past because they are looking at the guidelines that we have put together.
Or they've developed enough community immunity.
I challenge that, Senator, because this happens with Senator Rand all the time, that in New York, it's about 22%. If you believe 22% is herd immunity, I believe you're alone in that.
So you went after him on the subject of Governor Cuomo and the record in New York, which I think a lot of New Yorkers can understand. You also went after him on this question as a doctor on what percentage does connote herd immunity, and you guys went back and forth on it. Tell me about that.
Well, the facts are the facts from the Johns Hopkins website, which is esteemed, and people say these are the facts. The highest death rate in the world is in New York, 1,700 deaths per million. The U.S. average about 500. The average or actually about 600 now. The average in Sweden about 570. But on the question of herd immunity, they're dismissive of this. But I'm sending over to Dr. Fauci so he can read a little bit on this. In Science magazine in August, 3 mathematicians came out with the idea that because an infection, transmission of infections and immunity seem to be concentrated in younger people. They seem to catch this faster and be more active and out in public more, that it actually skews the formulas on herd immunity and would allow herd immunity at a much lower rate. The other thing from the Johns Hopkins website you see is New York's having no new incidents and no new deaths. Now, he wants to say, oh, it's because everybody's washing their hands.
Right.
I don't believe that. I think they were washing their hands in April and we still had all these deaths. So there's something going on, and I can't say with certainty, but over the next couple of months, if there is no significant surge again without a vaccine in New York, it will look like herd immunity. That's what it looks like in Sweden right now, and it looks like this around the world. When people have had a significant surge, they're not getting a second surge, and there are mathematicians who have looked at the formula on herd immunity in the August edition of Science Journal, and they actually say, you know what, herd immunity may come much lower than some of these experts think.